How will you know you're ready for a relationship when you're really, really ready for one? Well, I'm here to answer that question for you today. Hi everyone, my name is Dami. I am your relationship coach. I talk about love, I talk about relationship, and I talk about healing. And today I will be talking to you about how to know you're ready for a relationship. Before I get right into it, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I would love for you to be a part of my community by subscribing to my channel and putting on the notification button so that you will be the first to know whenever I put up a new video. And of course, I want you to like this video, share it to your loved ones so that they can also see this. And as always, let me know your thoughts about this video in the comment. I will be glad to read from you. So today I'll be talking to you about how to know you're ready for a relationship. So for some of you who have this question in your head, I'm here to answer that question for you today. You're like, oh, how will I know that I'm ready for a relationship? What are the signs? What exactly am I supposed to do? Blah blah blah. That's why we're here today. So the number one thing I'll tell you is you are ready for a relationship when you desire one. Yes, when you desire a relationship, then you are ready. Because for some people, they are not even thinking about it. They have no desire whatsoever, to be in a relationship. And if you are like that, if you do not have that desire to even be in a relationship yet, then I can agree with you that there's no point trying to be in a relationship when you do not even desire that relationship. Okay. And there's a thin line between desire and desperation, right? Desire is a good thing because even the Bible says in Mark 11:24, it says that whatsoever ye desire when ye pray, believe that ye receive and ye shall have them. So desire is a good thing. Desire is what you want and you know that God also wants for you, right? So like I was saying, there's a thin line between desire and desperation. Desperation is what you want by fire by force. Like, it doesn't matter how it comes in, it doesn't matter how you arrive at that thing that you want to do. You just want it to come and you really don't care how it comes. You just want to get there at any cost, whatever the cost is. And what desperation does is desperation only solves short-term issues. So you do not just desire a relationship, but you are desperate. If you get into the desperation zone, then you're going to do things that you ought not to do. You're going to get yourself in situations where you don't belong. You're going to get yourself together with somebody you would not naturally pick for a partner. You're going to. That's the reason why some people end up, having regrets, having some kind of breakups, because they are not desiring a relationship. They are desperate. And it's the same reason why some people get into some kind of marriages that they should never have gotten themselves into, because okay, they are desperate, they just want to get married, they just want to have somebody in their life. But you know what? You don't have to have somebody in your life to be okay in your life. If you're getting into desperation, that means you don't even know what a relationship is all about. That means you don't even know why you want to get in that relationship. Because the Bible says in Ecclesiastes 4:9, it says that two are better than one, because, and it gave us the reason why two is actually better than one. So because they have a good reward for their labor. So if you are going to get into a relationship that is obviously going to lead to marriage, you know that okay, you are onto something good. You are coming together to work, labor. Because you know what, marriage is not just for fun. It's not just about okay, all the fun thing you're going to do in marriage. Of course there's a fun aspect of marriage, but marriage is an assignment, it's work. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. So if you desire my relationship that is going to lead on to marriage, of course, then you are in a good place. But if you are in desperation, you're not in a good place. So, and I'm sorry to say, I'm not even sorry to say because I don't know why I said that, but I'm not sorry to say, right? You're not in a good place, and you should not be. Then you should get out of that place fast as you can. If you desire marriage, then if you desire a relationship, rather, you are in a good space. Okay, but you see, if you're insecure because you see other people who are in good relationships doing their thing, if you're seeing pictures, on social media, and you are insecure, you are angry because you're seeing all these things, then guy, You're not ready for a relationship, because if you can be insecure now that you're not even in a relationship, then chances are you'll be more insecure even when you eventually have one. So when you desire a relationship, a good relationship, then you are ready for a relationship. But if you are desperate, if you're in desperate mode, guy, that thing is not for you. You're not ready at all. Not one bit. So, how to know you're ready for a relationship? The number two thing I'll tell you guys is when you know what God will have you do and you're doing it. So, the question is, what substantial thing are you doing with your life right now? Do you know what God will have you do, and are you doing it? Because if you don't know your purpose in life, if you don't know where you're headed in life, you don't know where you're going, you don't know what your life is really, really about, you don't know the direction you are, looking towards, then you won't even know who can journey with you in that direction, because you don't want to string anybody along. You don't want to say that, okay, you're going to Kaduna, but you don't even know how to get to Kaduna. You don't know Kaduna, and you don't even know how to get to Kaduna, and you want to take somebody along with you. Help me make it make sense, because it really doesn't make sense to me right now. How does it make sense? How would you take somebody along to a place you do not even know about? It's crazy, right? Yeah, I thought so too. You can't take anybody on a journey that you don't know. If you don't know what your life is all about, you don't know what you want to do with your life, then you cannot carry just anybody along. You cannot carry anybody along, not just anybody safe. You cannot carry anybody along, because nobody will follow you. The person that follows you is someone that's not really okay like that. And you don't want to be that kind of person, right? You don't want to be that kind of person that doesn't know where you're going. So what does God want you to do? That's the question. What does God want you to do? Because some kind of breakups are actually preventable, because it is your purpose that chooses your partner at the end of the day. If you know yourself, you know what God will have you do. That's when you know the kind of person that fits into your life. You know the kind of person that matches your energy, the kind of person that matches your fire, the kind of person that matches where you're going, like the kind of person that matches your maturity. You can't just carry anybody along on the journey of life. You already know that, because the journey of life is really, really for life, right? So you don't just want to carry anybody. So again, I'll ask you, what substantial thing are you doing with your life? Do you know what God will have you do, and are you doing it? Because a lot of mistakes that one of the mistakes that people make is, finding a partner before finding their purpose, and then when they eventually find their purpose, they realize that this person that they are with right now does not fit into their life. So a breakup is inevitable at that point in time. So somebody is heartbroken. Somebody definitely is broken, if not both of the parties, right? So you don't want to do that. You don't want to be in that situation. So what does God have? What will God have you do rather, and are you doing it? So if you already know what God will have you do, and you're already on that path already, then I think that you're ready for a relationship. So the third thing I'll tell you is when you have standards and you're growing to meet those standards. Yeah, listen, there's nothing wrong with having standards. Anybody who tells you that something is wrong with having standards, that person needs help. That person needs help. There's nothing. Do not allow anybody make you feel bad about you having standards. It just means that you know what you want. Okay, because you cannot just marry anybody, right? Especially if you're a believer, you already know that you're not supposed to marry an unbeliever. I mean, it doesn't. How is that even genuine? A believer and an unbeliever? How? I don't know. I don't know how that is gelling for you. But if that is gelling for you, really is not for me, right? So there's nothing wrong with you having standard. If you're a believer, like I said, you know that you cannot be unequally yoked with an unbeliever. We don't do it, right? You must understand that. So if you already know what God will have you do, you know the kind of person that can follow you. For instance, if you are an evangelist, I don't think you have a business being in a relationship with a model. I mean, if you're an evangelist, you're always going to be on the mission field. You're going to always be, you are going to have to organize crusades, right? You're going to have to do evangelistic work. And if you're married to or you're in a relationship with a model, you know that she will never attend your meetings. She's never attending your program. She's always shooting commercials every now and then. But if you have a photographer who is in a relationship with, a model, yeah, I think those two people will know where their children are from time to time, because okay, she's shooting, the model is shooting a commercial, the guy is the one photographing her. And that makes sense, right? It makes a lot of sense than a model in a relationship with an evangelist. Even if they marry themselves, even if they successfully have, you know, a marriage, they will not know, and I don't even know how they are going to have a successful marriage like that. They will not know where their children are. I mean, one person is shooting commercials, the other person is on the crusade ground. How we do, I don't, I don't know how that would make sense to them, right? So please make sure that you really, really have standards. There's nothing wrong about having standards. It just means that you know what you're doing. It just means that you know who you are and you know what you want for your life. Don't make anybody make you feel like you're going crazy for having standards. Don't allow anybody make you feel somehow just because you have standard. It's a good thing, right? And don't just have standards, you should also grow into the kind of person you want, because the kind of person you want is also looking for you. Okay, it's not just that they might not be looking for this version of you, they might be looking for a better version of you. So even in as much as you have a standard that you want in a person, you should also be growing yourself to match up with that standard, because at the end of the day, like would actually attract like, right? So have standard. When you have standards and you're going towards meeting those standards, then you are ready for a relationship. So the next thing on my list is when you have healed from your past. Listen, I know that you have been through stuff in this life that you came to. I know that you have been hurt, you have been heartbroken. I have been too. I mean, everybody has been through something at some point that has actually broken them. Everybody has a story. But I also want you to know that the fact that you went through something and survived it does not mean that you were not scarred by it. So we don't want to project our scars on our partner, right? You don't want to do that. So you need to make sure that you have healed from your past. And I'm not just saying that you have healed from your ex, because sometimes it's not just from your last relationship. Sometimes it is two relationships ago. Sometimes it is a hurt from your childhood. Somebody left you, your parent betrayed you, your parents abandoned you, stuff like that. Whatsoever has hurt you or traumatized you in the past, you must release the pain now so that you can heal, because healing is not suppressing your pain. Healing is releasing your pain. So you have to release all the hurt. I know some of you were abused, some of you were abandoned, some of you were betrayed, some of you were cheated on, all sorts. You have been through stuff, I know that the things that you have been through, or the things that you have seen, or the things you have heard, are the reason why you think that are the reasons why you think that men are scum or women are liars. But your own man is not a scum. You must understand that not every man is a scum. You must understand that not every woman is a liar. Your own woman is not a liar, and God is not going to give you something that will hurt you. That's just the truth. God is not going to give you something that is going to damage you. All right. So if you have issues from your past, you want to be sure that you have healed from them before you get into a relationship with somebody, so that you will not eventually project your negativity, your toxicity, your trauma on this person. So when you have healed from your past, it means that you're ready for a relationship. Again, I wrote a book titled Healing from Heartbreak, and it's a very powerful book that will help anybody going through hurt right now, or who have ever been heartbroken. It's going to help you on your healing journey. It is a step-by-step guide that helps you through your healing journey. And I have put the link to that book. It's actually free. It's free on Seller. You can access it on Seller. I have put the link to that video. I'll put the link to that book in the description to this video. So take our time to download the book and read it. I have been getting, massive and beautiful reviews on the book, and I want you to check it out too. And I want you to know that it's going to help you on your healing journey, right? So when you have healed from your past, then you are ready for a relationship with the love of your life. So guys, I hope that I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that you're ready for a relationship when you're ready for one. I mean, when you have successfully ticked all the things that I've spoken about in this video. So I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share with your loved ones. As always, let me know what you think about this video. Let me know some of the things you think that I did not talk about in this video. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.